Pick man.
So the next one is most epic or shocking anime scene ever. Now I'm thinking of one thing, but that's only because it's recent. I know there have been times where I've watched an anime and I'm like, God damn, like what the fuck? But then like I can't really think of them. But their most recent one is from Harem and a Labyrinth when he goes in that hut and he just starts slicing throats.
Mm.
He just starts gutting people. I'm like, holy fuck! Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, what are we doing? Like, we're
No.
supposed to be.
Yeah, that one definitely like got my attention, but I would
I
want to say
was
like eye catcher, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's anime, especially the latest season, that little fight
yeah,
scene
that
that
shit was
got
epic.
everyone's attention.
Not shocking, but that definitely was epic. Like that whole
Oh,
end
that
with the
was
brother.
shocking too. You don't find so? Like
I think
I
there's a lot of plot.
expected greatness. I didn't expect that.
There was a lot of plot armor
I
in
mean,
that fight.
the whole like half the fight didn't actually happen. The fight didn't even last that long in the manga, but that's neither here or there. Like it
Yeah,
looked amazing. It looked really
yeah.
great. So
It was visually stunning.
the whole
Um,
crying part, I didn't like that part, but like visually, that
him,
shocked me.
I feel like Tanjiro should have literally the so kind of tangent. The one thing I don't like about Demon Slayer, the one thing besides the whole like their powers aren't real, that's just how they visualize them, which was like really annoying when they fucking said that. You didn't have to fucking say that.
Mm.
It's an anime. It's not going to be real anyways. Um, the one thing I don't like about Demon Slayer, I think the MC that I don't like the most is Tanjiro, and the only reason why is because he gets clapped the fuck up all the time, right? Which I get it. If you're gonna make an MC, listen, hear me out before you judge. Hear me
Go
out.
ahead, go ahead.
So they make an MC. They can make an MC that gets shit on, right? Like ReZero, he gets shit on all the time. That's kind of the point, right?
Mm.
But they make a Demon Slayer MC Tanjiro that gets shit on a lot of the times. But then you're telling me they go and fight one of the most powerful demons in the surrounding areas, and somehow, some way, he fucking fights through things that are fatal to most Demon Slayers and pulls it out of his ass. So why in the beginning of the fight or why not at the end of the fight? It's like he has to be on death's door to be able to keep up, and it's like you keep putting him at death's door so you
Mm.
can like prove that your MC is powerful, which in all actuality he's really not. And then all this training he does to do like the fire dance, to do his water breathing techniques, like he doesn't do any of them in the beginning of the fight. He never even when he does is fighting, he doesn't do any of them until like that last episode where he has a fucking scythe in his mouth and he's fucking like he goes berserk and his eyes go white and his like that fire fucking scar gets bigger because he's doing his fire breathing technique or whatever.
Mm.
But like he's a very weak
I'm
MC
coming. Don't
that
worry.
they make strong,
Uh,
that they make strong at the end. Like and it's just like they have to for plot armor, like because they can't kill him. He's the MC,
but
and
then
I know
he's
what happens at the end. I know what happens during the book, but like in the anime, it's fucking annoying. It is really annoying.
Tanjiro outside of the Hashira is the most powerful demon slayer there is. Now, let me go off.
Mm.
Outside of the Hashira, outside of those top guys of each of their little elements, sword dances, he's more powerful than everyone. You know that one random guy that he meets in the woods who's like super scary. He survives even though everyone else dies. He's
Yeah.
strong compared to the rest of the demon slayers. Tanjiro makes him look like a bitch, honestly. Compared to everyone else, he's that guy. Now Hashira's, he surpasses Hashira's. Now your little point about him going crazy berserk with his little head thing, he actually makes the Hashira stronger by getting them to understand that this is a technique that has been passed down in his family, and they can attain it too. He sparks off the training arc that's going to essentially bring them from the point where they are now, getting clapped by pretty much every um, level of demon, not every level demon. Like you got the 12 moons, like
The upper
the upper
six.
six. All upper six can beat
Yeah.
him easily. But once he gets done, like teaching them how to do what he does in the last episode, they're going to be on the level of the upper six, 1v1, 2v1 level. You know what I mean?
But hear me out. It's like I understand that the Hashira were never designed to actually be able to beat. They've never been able to beat
Yeah.
the upper six. The demons have always been stronger. But and I get that. But you made an MC, which I do understand also that in his verse in his thing he is strong. Now I have a feeling that me personally, because I'm biased, but like I feel like if Zenitsu woke the fuck up, he'd be able to beat Tanjiro. But
He's the
he would
fastest. He actually
he
right
would
now he's
not.
the fastest Demon Slayer.
Yeah. But I feel like if he woke the fuck up and actually like knew what the fuck he was doing, I
Beat
feel like he'd
Tanjiro?
beat Tanjiro. Yes,
Even once he's
immediately.
mastered his
And
sun
here
breathing?
and here's the problem though. He would be able to beat him because it'd be immediate. It wouldn't be because Tanjiro, like every fight he's ever had, he gets clapped up and he waits. And the problem I have is like we haven't seen him strong unless he was at death's door,
Mm-hmm.
which is the problem.
Well, that's the point, though.
Like,
Kinda. That's
but
how they bring it out.
but that's the problem with me though. That may be the point, but that's the
Mm.
problem with me.
That's your issue.
Is like yeah, that's my issue. Is like we haven't seen him strong
Mm.
unless his back was against the wall. It's like why can't he have a fight where he's strong and his back's not against the wall? He's your MC. He's supposed to be the strongest demon slayer outside of the Hashira. Like I'm not saying give him a fight, give him a welterweight fight,
Mm.
but you keep putting him in these heavyweight fights and then making him win somehow when these Hashira
I
can't.
mean,
Like,
who has he beaten in a 1v1?
well, technically nobody, but he's done the final blow, or he's turned
He's
the
been
tide of the
crucial
fight.
for and
He's
beating the fight. I
But it's
can
like
understand that.
you haven't been crucial this whole fucking time. What makes you crucial now? Because you're about to die, or you should
Because
die.
he's the main
You should have died.
character. That's why.
That's my problem.
Because he's the
That's
main.
my
But
problem.
understand that in their world, even the demon slayers, they're not shit. Like they're just better than they're humans. They don't have real
No,
powers. They
I
just
know.
swing swords.
But I'm saying he's doing things that even Hashira can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're telling me, fucking Tengen. Tengen was fucking like I get it. He like Tanjiro motivated him, and
Mm-hmm.
Tengen got up with his one hand or whatever. But like you're telling me you can fight through that much when Tengen can't.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me like Rengoku can't fight through that much, but you can. Like Tanjiro's alive because of plot armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's I mean I'm not being hypocritical to not know that there's plenty of animes that do this. It's just that because I like Demon Slayer so much, I have to criticize that one point where it's just like I only get to see him strong when he's about to die. But because you've done it so much, I know he's not gonna die, which granted it's an anime, I know there's a manga that's out, so I already know that. But like imagine I'm coming into this fresh, don't know what manga is, first anime I ever watched. Every time he gets strong is when he's about to die, but then he never dies. So I'm like, okay, he's never gonna die. Like I don't, like, okay, Tanjiro, can you please almost die so you can beat this
People
guy?
are really critical of the manga. I've been critical of the manga myself. Like I've said,
Yeah.
the story is like not the story. The animation has been carrying the anime. I still believe the animation carries the story itself.
Yeah.
But the mangaka, the one who originally wrote the story, they were in a rush. They had to quickly end it. I think if they would have given it more time, it would have flushed out better. It just goes from he's weak to he's strong but not super strong to he's one of the most powerful demon slayers there are. It's like a time skip but without a time skip. It's really weird. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Okay. Well, getting off our tangent here. So the next one, number 16, is favorite canon couple. We already said favorite couple. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
we did.
really, that doesn't really matter. So who do you ship? Like who do you get in a relationship with?
Not getting a relationship with, but who do I ship together? I would say Luffy and Boa
Oh,
Hancock.
who do you ship together? Oh,
Yeah.
put together in a relationship.
Yeah, Luffy and Boa Hancock. I mean, like
Mm.
that's the pirate king with the pirate princess. I like it.
I would say, um, mm, probably, and I've said we've had this conversation before, but the one that I'm mad that they didn't do anything was Light and Mika. And I know I keep bringing them up, but like I want
Light
him to
used
actually.
her. Like,
But that's
I
what I'm
don't think he
saying is
ever
like
cared about her.
I know, but I'm saying that's why I want them to actually mutually be together because they could run the fucking world, but Light was just doing dumb shit. Like that boy could have clapped anytime he
was
wanted, and he
narcissistic.
never did.
I think he
And
was
he
just
never
too
did.
narcissistic. He
Uh,
had a true god
yeah.
complex, so he fucked that up himself.
But that's why I would put them together because
No,
I know they
I
could.
hear you.
She has the eyes, he has the brains. Like they could fucking.
And she
So.
did exactly what he said. So no facts.
Yeah. So what's your favorite anime ending? I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know endings like that.
Mm,
I
JoJo
don't really
Bizarre
know a lot
Adventure,
of.
Stone Ocean.
You know.
Every time I close
Um,
my eyes.
that's the end of the episode. Every
No,
I don't
freaking you
Stone
by
Ocean.
Jodeci. Freaking you by Jodeci. Dead ass. That's the anime ending.
For JoJo?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
So the
Not a chance.
JoJo mangaka is a huge like American like old school American music fan. Like a lot
Oh.
of rock music, like old school rock songs, are used as openings
Hmm.
and endings, and that's one of the songs he really loves. So Stone Ocean, like the feel of that show is more of like a sexy vibe to it. So
Hmm.
the outro is "Freaking You" by Jodeci. Facts, y'all.
Okay. I don't know endings like that, so I can't really come up with one. I know there's a few that I can bop my head to, but
I
I'm
mean, you
more
watch
like,
Netflix. It goes next episode. It doesn't even let you.
was that was
That
that a shot
that
or
was a dig at Netflix. Yeah.
that was a dig?
That's one of the things I
Oh,
hate about Netflix. It just skips to the next show.
you need to get a new shovel, friend. Uh, so, so I know for number 19. So what's your favorite shoujo anime? We're gonna say what's our favorite
Signing,
senkai,
signing.
seinen.
Hmm.
So favorite seinen anime. So that'd be like an
Yeah,
older
like
anime,
it's
right?
like meant for
Yeah,
like 19 to 25-year-olds.
yeah. It's kind of hard. It's either between like Vinland Saga or Berserk, which also it's kind of fucked up. Is like I really love Berserk, but like I've said before, I haven't finished the actual show.
Mm.
But I know I love Berserk because I have the books, I've watched the movies, like I've watched the first like 15 episodes of the show. Like I know I love Berserk,
Yeah.
but um, it's either that or fucking Vinland Saga. I fucking love Vinland Saga. There's something about it. It's Vikings and anime, and my two favorite things. So
No, I definitely I fucks with that. I like Death Note because I like
definitely,
supernatural. I like horror. It's
yeah,
definitely one of those animes. Like when someone's like, "Hey, suggest me an anime," I say Death Note. Death Note's one of the animes that really got me to want to watch other animes.
yeah,
Naruto made me want to watch Naruto, but there
yeah,
are people who only watch Naruto. But
yeah.
Death Note made me say, "Oh, what
Or
other
they only
animes
watch
are there?
shonen. Yeah.
If this is what anime is, I need to see more." Um, I like.
Shonen animes do that to you though.
Hmm.
They'll make you only want to watch shonens and then you won't really branch out. That's
Yeah,
kind of what crippled me for a while is all I watched was Naruto, then I watched Bleach, and then I watched like Dragon Ball, and then I watch, and then I would only watch shonens and then I'd finally like find more anime people in the community, like I'd be in the Marine Corps and I met you and then I finally find people that know more about anime outside of shonen and that's what got me to actually adopt,
yeah.
more non-shonen animes and watch like these because if we would have never done any of this, I probably would never have watched like Spy Family, fucking
Really?
ReZero, like the
Got
Isekai.
you
I don't.
branching out.
What was the first Isekai anime I think I ever watched was actually Is It Wrong to Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon?
Mm. I
That
think
was
it's
like the
probably one of my
first.
first ones too that I can
Yeah,
remember solidly.
like that was like the first ever Isekai I ever watched, and that's what got me in Isekais. And I think it was one of my buddies in the Marine Corps that actually told me about it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But then I saw, it was like a dungeony anime, and that's what made me love Adventure Guild dungeon animes. So
It's weird. Tokyo Ghoul actually, when I was in Quantico, my last duty station, somebody because I had stopped watching anime. Like at the time, I was only watching Naruto when I was in the military. Somebody was like, "Hey, you like anime?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like anime. I like Naruto, so I like anime." So somebody was like, "You ever seen Tokyo Ghoul?" And I'm like, "No." He was like, "You should watch Tokyo Ghoul. It's on Netflix, or it was on something at the time. I don't remember."
it was on Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah, it was on Hulu at the time. So I
Yeah,
actually went to watch Tokyo Ghoul. I loved it. I think it was only had the first season out at the time. So I started
yeah,
watching other animes that was on Hulu, and then I found
yeah,
out that Naruto was also on Hulu. So I started watching my Naruto on Hulu. So no,
yeah.
but I will also say Overlord because that's my favorite
First
isekai.
Seinen?
Yeah, Overlord is definitely a sign. Overlord is
Would
my
you
isekai favorite sign.
would you consider Iron Blood Orphans as a sign-in? I mean, they're young kids, but
I would definitely consider it because signings are more towards like an older male crowd. Like so, the fact
yeah.
that he ended up impregnating that girl towards the end that definitely proves it's a signing. It's they wouldn't put something like that in
Well,
shonen.
then it's Iron Blood Orphans then, because that's my favorite. That's my favorite anime ever. So
Semi Shampoo also is like my first one of my first animes I just
yeah,
saw on Cartoon Network. So definitely
yeah.
one of my top ones too.
Uh, was it Samurai Jack? No,
Samurai Jack was awesome.
Samurai Jack was fucking
It
awesome.
needs to go ahead and put it into the Anime Hall of Fame. I don't care.
So favorite tsundere. So your favorite old lady. Who's
Sonata,
your favorite Hinata?
Tsunade, Tsunade.
I was like, Hinata.
I like Hinata
Yeah,
too. She's older. She
I mean,
she older now.
no
No,
fucking.
Tsunade. I love her. I love Tsunade. I mean, other than the obvious facts of why I love Tsunade,
I
um,
don't know.
she's
What do you
awesome.
mean? What
I
do you
mean,
mean?
she's smart. She created her own little jutsu, the little diamond jutsu.
Is
She
it
can
not the Opie?
she can
Is it not
heal
the
herself.
Opie?
Hey, look here.
Yamete
I'm
kudasai.
a Opie dragon in training, so just understand. But no, I saw
Opie dragon.
Tsunade for the first time, especially since at the time she put in was new, and I was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, everything about it just had me excited. And I saw Tsunade like she's gonna be the Hokage. I'm like, fuck yeah, make her the Hokage. Yes, that's what I like to see. So yeah, she's definitely my favorite, my first
Like,
favorite, and current favorite.
I would say I would probably have to say Tsunade as well, only because I can't really think of older women. I can think of like women, like beautiful women in old anime, but I can't think of older women in anime.
Think of your
Um,
signings. Is there anybody in your signings? I
that's
usually
what
like to
that's
put
what
them
I'm
in there.
thinking of. That's
Iron
what I'm
blooded
thinking of.
orphans.
Like, um, not. I mean, not really. There was the oldest lady in there was the one that fell in love with Jet, or not Jet, the guy who played, the mechanic guy.
Mm.
But she wasn't really a sign in. She was like in her maybe early 30s. Um,
They're out there. They're out there.
they are out there, but
Oh,
like
oh,
older
biscuit,
women that
biscuit.
Biscuit is like 200 years old. So
Yeah. How about
she but
biscuit?
she about break your
and
shit. She was
and big form too. Not
like,
little
hey,
girl form. Big form.
hey, hey, boy, get
Yeah.
off that computer call and kiss me on my hot
Don't
mouth.
kiss me on my hot lips.
I'm feeling romantical.
Hell yeah.
um, I think it was definitely Tsunade for me though, to be honest, because I can't really think of any like beautiful older
Mm.
women other than like Tsunade.
I
So,
mean, other than a mermaid and One Piece, you'll get there. Yeah,
or what's her
definitely
name?
Tsunade.
What's her name from the snowy mountaintop? The
Oh,
one that
Chopper's teacher.
yeah, like owner, yeah, whatever.
I can't think of her name
She
right
ugly
now.
as hell.
But no,
She ugly as
there's a
hell.
mermaid. When you get to the mermaid, like, she's gonna be the most beautiful mermaid soon there when you meet her. So
Hmm.
just let me know when you get there.
All right. Well, I'll tell you in 2036. So favorite harem? So
Um,
favorite harem or reverse harem, which I'm guessing
Anime,
that's like a
like the favorite anime,
favorite anime harem. Yeah.
High School DxD. It was my first true harem anime,
Yeah.
and still the best. I literally go in Google and say harems like High School DxD. Harem animes like High School
You
DxD.
Google what?
I Google harem animals, harem,
Whoa,
harem
hey.
animes like
We
High
watching
School
Beastar?
DxD.
We
Yo,
watching Beastar.
B Stars is good too. No, like there's definitely some really good ones. You got I found Prison School based off of that one. That one's a hard hitting.
I would say High School DxD is probably, except for the little boy who likes to wear girl clothes.
Gaston.
That one's a
Yeah,
little
Gaston.
interesting.
Hey, he trying to find himself, bro. Let him
I
do
would
him.
definitely, I would definitely say only because Akino's in there. You know, Akino's my second waifu,
I
so
mean, Rios is in
that's
there, so
that's fair. That's fair. Sub or dubs?
subs
I
easy.
got. I can't pick, and the only reason why is because I watch dubs when I can't
They're
focus on the
convenient.
anime.
They're convenient for you.
Yes, I cannot watch if I can't focus. I got the kids, the baby, everybody's running around, and or my wife is deciding that she wants to have a conversation for the first time today, and I'm watching anime.
You're at
Um,
home. You know,
yeah,
your wife and kids. They're at their parents' house for the
then I'm
day.
watching subs. Then I'm watching
Sometimes,
subs.
sometimes.
Yeah, I'm watching subs.
You get the
Um,
raw feeling of how they feel when they first created
yep,
anime. I like
yep.
it.
Yamate kudasai. Raw feeling. Anyways, so
You ever watch? You
favorite.
ever watch? What's it called? Um, Hunter x Hunter and stuff.
That's all I ever watched it in because it was always. Well, no, it was. I always watched it in dub
It's better in sub.
because I know it is.
Yeah.
Um, いい人だね.
I just wanted you to say it one time. Go.
um, no, but no, I watched that one in dub because I watched that one on Netflix mostly, and that was when I was home and I had the kids and the wife, and so I was like, fucking,
Mm.
like I watched like fucking My Hero Academia. I had to watch that in fucking sub too. So, or dub, what is it? Dub, yeah, dub. But anyways, favorite Studio Ghibli film work. What's your favorite?
My favorite? Kiki's Delivery Service.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest
I
with
like
you.
that one. It's a really cute one. She has a little she's like a witch. She ends up going to this new town, and to establish herself, she creates a delivery service where she like works for this lady and she delivers packages for them.
I will say A Silent Voice because that's the first one I ever watched, and I don't really watch Studio Ghibli like that.
Mm.
So I would say A Silent Voice is probably my favorite work from
I
them.
mean, they're all good, bro. They're all
I
good.
mean, they're pretty good. I'm just not really into
Aren't
them.
they
They're
on?
more like the sad kid
They're
animes.
on HBO Max.
They're also on Netflix.
They are.
There's some Studio Ghibli. Oh, which reminds me something you will like, which it is on Netflix. But I'm telling you now because you like to dig at Netflix. There's a an anime out there that's just like Studio Ghibli anime, just like it. It's not by Studio Ghibli, but it's like apartment
Mm-hmm.
C house, where if you look at it, so apparently the cover is like an apartment building in the middle of the ocean, and there's these kids, just like Studio Ghibli kids, that literally I don't know how it happens. I want to watch it with my wife. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw like the trailer and all the shit for it, and it looks just like a Studio Ghibli film. And these kids are pretty much like I guess their apartment building got swept away from a flood or like a tsunami or something, and this apartment building is literally floating in the ocean,
Mm.
and they like have to survive, and they're like fishing and like surviving on the fucking open waters and shit. It looks pretty funny. It looks pretty cool too. So,
Hmm.
anyways,
What is it again?
uh,
Apartment C.
it's like C apartment. I'm about to
Well,
look it up
just
for you.
text it to me. I
Yeah,
got you.
I'll text you later. All right, so sharing experience where you're bullied for liking anime. I kept that shit on the low.
I didn't keep it on the low. I didn't get bullied for watching anime.
I never really
I
did either,
remember
to be
being
honest.
in elementary school where when Dragon Ball Z was a huge thing, we used to like
Yeah,
Kamehameha in the hallways, like spirit bombs, all that.
yeah.
I never got bullied for watching anime.
I did have a girl actually did tell me one time like, "Oh, you still watch cartoons?" Like, but I mean, shut up, bitch. You know. Anyway, yeah. Anime character you feel you are most like or wish you were like. Um, that one's kind of hard. I will say I've always thought it was fucking dope if I had Shinra's fire feet.
Hmm.
I think that'd be fucking lit. Or um, what's it called? Either that or the Phantom Troop, fucking Uvogin, Uvogin's fucking super strength, or fucking what's it called? The dude who stomps and makes explosions in Fire Force from the White Clad.
Hmm.
Those are like the three like powers or three like dudes that I thought would be fucking lit. But
See,
Shinra's Fire Feet, I'm always like that shit would be dope.
the problem with this is the dopest of anime characters all have a terrible backstory. So
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to like who's dope and
I
backstory
mean,
isn't terrible.
His mom just died. Like that wasn't like it sucks, but like people's parents die all the time. I
He can't do every time he gets nervous, he smiles and everyone is afraid of him.
that's fair. I mean,
That's like his traumatizing thing, and he's super self conscious about it.
I think like being like Uvo again would be fucking lit though.
Mm.
He's like the whole.
I mean, you have to be a
The,
bad guy at the end of the day. Like the best characters are like bad guys, or
I mean, Kurapika only won for plot armor, but that's just
I mean, Kurapika. Kurapika
no.
has a terrible backstory too.
He's only strong because his fucking he made that fucking deal.
Yeah, he's
That's the
only
only
strong
reason why
against
he's
the
strong.
Phantom Troop.
Yeah, so nothing. So
I mean,
anyways,
well, that's literally his whole thing in life. So I'm not mad at him.
yeah, whatever. So an anime scene that made you cry. I mean, we kind of
Yeah,
talked about
we hit
this.
that with home. One
We
Piece.
covered that.
I
Yeah.
mean not One Piece. Naruto when Naruto was telling Minato goodbye and tell his mother that he's
Well,
eating
yeah, for you.
he's
Yeah,
eating
the
and
one
all
was
that
me
stuff.
for before that. Yeah,
Yeah.
was when he was like, "Where the fuck were you?" Also, like when I first watched Iron Blood Orphans, the end of that one, the
Oh,
end of it,
Iron Blood Orphans tore me up. Every time
that
somebody
should have
died,
me. That should have me on the ropes.
when
On the ropes,
Mika
fighting,
died,
fighting for
that
my
shit killed
life, fighting for my man card.
me.
Um, so recommend one anime that most people have not seen. Um, I need you to watch Castlevania. That people have not seen. Mm,
I like. Well, I don't know about. I can recommend a lot of like isekais. People say they
Yeah,
don't watch
it's like
isekais. I can recommend
yeah,
Mushoku Tensei. I can recommend Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon?
yeah.
Konosuba. Konosuba's good. That's like a parody to isekais. Isekais. I have a lot of isekais.
I
So if you
say
ever
I
need a
say like
recommendation,
Shaman King or Eden Zero. Most of those Netflix ones, because like I said, a lot of people don't watch Netflix animes,
mm-hmm.
and
Really?
they're pretty good. Yeah, like Eden Zero, Shaman King, um, what's it called? Castlevania. Like those are fucking phenomenal fucking shows.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay, so next one.
It's on Netflix, so you can't even say anything. JoJo's
Stop.
Bizarre Adventure,
I have watched it
Stone
already.
Ocean. It's on Netflix. You can watch that. I recommend
Number
it to
28.
everyone.
Number 28.
Everyone.
Do you share your anime interests with anyone? I mean, everybody.
My wife.
It's our
My wife.
personality. Your favorite character all
Luffy.
time? Luffy,
All time. Number one.
Madara. I mean, that's easy. What anime has your heart? Iron Blood Orphans.
I mean,
Already there.
or do we like emotionally have your heart, or you just consider
Yeah,
it the best
like
anime of all time?
I don't think best anime. I think like has your heart, like does something to you, pulls your strings, actually makes you have an emotional reaction to it. Not just watching it because it's cool or like you have to watch it, but like you have an emotional connection to it.
Like I need to watch it.
Not need to, but like when you watch it, you have a emotional connection to it. That doesn't make you need to. I haven't watched Iron Blood Orphans in a couple days. No, no, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I mean, I mean,
I
the
don't need it.
easy answer is obviously One Piece because I think it's just the best anime. Every time there's a new episode, I'm hype as fuck all the time. But emotional, it's it's Naruto. Naruto
I
definitely
mean,
has my
I have
heart.
that too, but I don't know. There's more times in Iron Blood Orphans where I'm just like,
I didn't really watch Signing like that
yeah.
when I was younger. So maybe if I was younger and I watched more signings and got emotionally attached to them, possibly. But
I was
Naruto
25 years
was
old holding back tears from Iron Blood Orphans. So,
never mind. Ah! Anyway,
yeah. But well, that's actually the last question on this list. I know there's a few questions on here that we already talked about, like things that we've talked about in previous episodes. But I think that gives more of a kind of like a reasoning on why we have our particular anime tastes. Like kind of like we're getting a little more popular. We want people to know who we are, right? Like anime is better than manga. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Where manga's just trash. Like nobody should read. Nobody should have to read. You know what I'm saying? Like you agree. Anyways, so it's like wait a second. As I have a bunch of manga and shonen jumps in the background, but as you have, sir, sir.
okay. I mean, it
But
is what it is. Go ahead.
yeah, I hope that aired it out. So the next episode, we actually are going to be wrapping up the summer 2022 animes, giving our thoughts. Our should we not really like a hot or drop, but more like it was all right, or if it was really good. So be sure you guys tune into that. Like, subscribe, go on our YouTube channel. Obviously, go on the Otaku Octagon Instagram page where me and David post the same thing, this at the same time all the time apparently. But go on the Otaku Octagon page, go on the YouTube page, follow us on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, and I appreciate everybody for being here, and peace out.